Hello everyone and welcome to Lost in the Reel. Today I'm going to be talking about Focus Features Profile, another film completely told from a computer screen in the vein of Searching and Unfriended. Although this is still a relatively new and different way of telling a story, we have been getting more and more of these types of movies recently. So, does Profile do anything different enough to warrant a watch? Let's find out. Profile will be released in theaters this Friday, May 14th. The film is directed by Timur Bekmambetov and written by Britt Poulton, Olga Karina, and Timur Bekmambetov, based upon the novel In the Skin of a Jihadist by Anna Arel. It stars Valeen Kane, Shazad Latif, and Christine Adams. The film follows an undercover British journalist in her quest to bait and expose a terrorist recruiter through social media, while trying everything in her power to not be sucked in by him. Although this movie is being released for the first time in the United States this Friday, Profile premiered all the way back in February of 2018 in Berlin. And while that may worry some, as movies that have sat incubating on shelves tend to have been left there to rot for a reason, I think that this movie has taken so long to find distribution because studios probably didn't know what the hell to do with it. How do you even market a film like Profile? From the director of Wanted and Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter comes a Screen Life movie that isn't really a horror movie, but kind of is, and instead of ghosts like in Unfriended, you have Islamist terrorists. Also, instead of jump scares, you have methodical character development. Oh, and it's based on a true story? Seriously though, there's really no correct way to market a film like Profile, because even though we have seen these Screen Life movies before, this is a completely unique experience that is hard to define. The feeling that I kept getting throughout this movie's runtime is that I was a fly on the wall bearing witness to something that I should not have been seeing. Something almost forbidden. Watching a stranger's computer screen for 100 minutes really allows you to gain an intimate understanding of that person in a way you would never be able to do in a straightforward narrative. But I definitely do think using this Screen Life method is also very inhibitive as well. This stranger on the computer screen is journalist Amy, who is going undercover as a young London girl who has just converted to Islam to crack a story about ISIS recruiting young females from Europe. She shares an extremist video on Facebook, and the creator of the footage contacts her and wants to speak to her on Skype. As she continues talking to this man, known as Abu Bilal al-Britani, recording every moment, she finds herself slowly being charmed and seduced by his every word. Although they are marketing this as a horror thriller, this is much more of a tense, character-driven drama that finds its way getting under your skin. I found myself feeling more and more uneasy as the movie progressed, and as our lead heroine starts falling deeper for this man on the other end of the screen. As you're watching Profile, many people will scoff at how a professional journalist could ever get caught up in a whirlwind relationship like this. How could anyone fall for an Islamic terrorist over Skype? The movie does a fair enough job giving you reasons why and how this could happen, most notably through Latif's alluring performance, but that still will not be enough for some viewers to suspend their disbelief. I also think that many viewers will grow increasingly weary of Profile's pace, because even though it does continue to build on its dread and tension throughout, it also spends much of its runtime solely between these two characters gradually getting to know each other. I think if we had a more appealing protagonist here, these long bits of character development would have felt like a little bit less of a chore. Unfortunately, Valeen Kane is just not given a lot to do here, besides speak softly with diverting glances, and we never truly get to know the real Amy as much as we should. Shazad Latif does pretty much all of the heavy lifting here, performance-wise, and I think he is outstanding in the role, chilling as much as he is charming. I know many people are going to disregard Profile as incredulous, contrived, and extremely questionable. I mean, the movie is, at its core, taking the real-life threat of ISIS extremism and extorting it for what one could call cheap thrills. But I found this to be such an intriguing experience of a film. I would never want to watch it again, but I'm also really gratified that I did because I'm not sure a film will ever make me feel this feeling of intangible uncomfortability again. So I will be giving Profile 3.25 train tracks out of 5. This film will certainly not be for everyone for a multitude of quite logical reasons, but I found Profile to be an unsettling and tense experience that crept under my skin like a parasite and stayed there. Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. We will see you soon.